welcome. Thanks for requesting me. Whoa, just a minute here. I'm trying to make Mix It Up work. It's not logging me in. Come on, Mix It Up. How am I supposed to switch into my jammies? There it goes. Nice. Alright, let's disco. Okay. You guys, Fashion Dreamer! It's coming! Ah! I'm so excited. I'm so excited! Ah! I got a charge on my card today, and it's like, Nintendo took $40 fucking from your balance, and I was like, at work, and I'm like, I didn't buy anything! And then, it's okay, it was just Fashion Dreamer. I'm so excited, you guys. So I just wanted to check if the sound was working, because the sound stopped playing. Anyways. It turns out there is a book somewhere in here that you can buy. I just have to find it. I don't know what the hell it is. Is it in here?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by We're-Out-related merchandise.
Starkeep, what board games do you have here?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Raubrita is a fun game of economic competition that can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Do I have friends? Look at the lieutenant.
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
I don't feel as though I have any kids.
Friends are technically like family.
She fiddles with her pendant, thinking.
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations.
Hydrate, okay.
12 real.
So what about all these we're all things?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know,
Thank you.
you're into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
She looks at the table crossing her arms. I want book. I want book. Everyone knows the most interesting thing about fascists was their magic.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the crime. These books, what's more, not a single mention of all. You see, a killing. Oh no, turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Are there any more?
Yes, there's also the dame who did it. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Who is Dick Mullen?
Your quick eye
Yes.
notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here? Mistaken identity.
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic Hard-Boiled Phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does this speak to me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
That's probably right. I'm a complicated guy, full of contradictions.
Then this is the book for you.
Finally. Again? Hi, Riley. Thank you for the hydrate. I held a wild bird once.
Of course. Such violent similarity. I mean, enjoy.
Now we can pass time quickly. Kim, to the outside. I'm trying to get to tomorrow so fucking bad, but it's like only noon. How many skill points do we have? We have 4. Let's level something up. We can unlock something. Yeah. Hobo cop. Yeah. Is it working on it? Okay. Ah, that's right, I wanted my inventory. Okay, I'm like, what am I looking for? Another Dick Mullen book that woefully misrepresents the nature of police work. In this one, our detective returns from a trip having successfully solved one case, only to embark on another. Does he finally face the taxing nature of his occupation? No! He doesn't have the look of a normal officer of the law.
In your hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity. The brittle paperback feels fragile to the touch.
Examine the cover.
The cover features a pastiche of different scenes. In the foreground, a man in a dark overcoat clutches a pistol to his chest. Rising up behind him are 2 silhouettes wrapped in a passionate embrace. The tagline reads, Detective Dick Mullen must prove his innocence after an old friend is murdered by someone who looks just like Dick Mullen. That seems to sum up the premise nicely. Needless to say, it violates nearly every RCM regulation for a detective to investigate a murder in which he is a suspect.
Oh no. That's too bad. Poor baby. Birds are so stupid. I love birds. I used to have a pet bird. She passed away because she got old, but...
Are you really reading that, detective?
I really need to know who this Dick Mullen guy is.
Good luck finding it. He's not much of a character, I think you'll find. Just a stand-in for the reader.
The point is for the reader to feel like they're solving the crime along with Dick Mullen. A crude narrative convention, but no less effective for it.
Ah, yes, you were a bird as well. My bird was named Almond, and she would peck my teeth when I would, like, smile at her. Like, she went fucking nuts. Like, I think she thought it was, like, a cuddle bone or something like that, because, like, I'd give her cuddle bones, but she would see my teeth, and then she'd go, like, oh! Like, she went fucking crazy. She loved pecking my teeth, but I tried not to let her, because I heard it was bad for her, so, like, you know. Start reading.
The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark and cold night. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vespa to a small town along the Elysium coast. Despite his friend's apparent agitation, Mullen does as he's asked, then returns home where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights.
He's just like me for real.
An extremely unprofessional and hurtful stereotype that's offensive to all upstanding officers of the law.
Look, I can't judge.
2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vesper police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane. At his interrogation, Mullen learns that Charlie Spillane was shot in a bar in the very town Mullen dropped him off in by a man matching Mullen's description. Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vesper police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder and prove his innocence.
The cops release their prime murder suspect so we can find the real killer? Are you shitting me?
What's the matter, detective?
I don't know who's writing this shit, but I get the feeling they aren't experts on homicide investigations.
The lieutenant shrugs, resigned to the idea that his profession will rarely, if ever, be accurately represented in art and literature. They're not shitting you, detective. This is what the writers think passes for police procedure.
Okay, so Mullen didn't do it. Keep reading.
Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful, mysterious woman named Diana Deneuve.
Nice, a dame.
And not just any dame. She's truly one in a million. A knockout whose mind is as dangerous as her curves. But she's got a secret.
Sounds like my kind of woman.
She's any man's kind of woman, according to this book. Are you sure about that? Something about her gives you a bad feeling. What kind of secret is she hiding? You couldn't handle a woman like that. Look at yourself. You couldn't even handle your... Stop. Don't say it.
Don't say what?
Nothing. Forget it. Go back to your story.
Now it's getting interesting.
Deneuve reveals that she was Spillane's lover, and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. As soon as Mullen begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel. Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane dead.
Tell me about the corrupt police captain.
Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But he's also dirty and increasingly paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring. He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder?
I want to hear about the politician's son.
A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height, and while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
What was that about an art collector?
Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane got did. That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Diana Deneuve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle?
Okay, let's get on with the story.
One evening, Diana Deneuve comes to Mullen's hostel room in tears. The two of them drink half a bottle of vodka, and soon they're seeking comfort in each other's arms. Yes, comfort and pleasure. The warmth of another human's touch. The burning taste of liquor on her full, sweet lips. Well, that testimony won't be admissible any longer.
Nice, get it, Mullen.
As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Diana Deneuve turns to Mullen and says, "By the way, Dick, there was something else I meant to tell you. I love you." Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly.
You can't trust a dame.
Who can you trust in this wicked, messed up world?
Your partner! Look at Kim.
The lieutenant gives you a quizzical expression in return. You go back to the story. When Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed next to him. To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood.
Double fuck.
Mullen trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours before the cops discover Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. Fleeing a crime scene, destroying evidence. Even if Detective Mullen didn't commit the murder, he should be facing years behind bars. Dick Mullen won't be sent to the clink for the sake of some legal niceties. The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. Can you solve the case before the cops close in?
Wait, I've got some questions first.
What is it, Detective?
Why does everyone close to Dick Mullen wind up dead?
It's a dangerous line of work, but somebody has to do it. That's why Dick Mullen never lets anyone get too close.
Why did Dick Mullen become a detective in the first place?
There was never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was born a detective.
But why is he like that?
Dick Mullen was made to crack skulls and solve cases. It's who he is. He could no more stop being a detective than a tiger could cease to be a predator in the night. You're no tiger though, Harry. You're a man. It's your curse to have to choose. For a moment, you cease to read the story on the page and see the book for what it is. A collection of brittle, cheaply printed pages held together by glue made from the hooves of horses.
Those are his hooves, you bitch.
You won't find the answers you're looking for here, in other words.
Why bother solving crimes when the world is so evil?
Is it really so evil, Detective?
Okay, maybe not. There are parts worth saving.
Like what?
Friends and family.
Do you even have those?
I've got Kim.
Just make sure you don't lose him. You'll not find another like him.
We love Kim.
It's true in more ways than you know. But then, what does this book know? It's just a poorly made piece of pulp garbage made to be consumed and discarded.
I don't have any more questions. I figured it all out. That's not
So,
true.
who did it, Detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve?
I don't know. The politician's twat son.
Could be. Who knows? Only one way to find out. You begin furiously flipping through pages. Even as you know these books follow a series of well-worn tropes, you find yourself completely engrossed. You're turning pages so fast, you don't even notice the ancient spine coming unglued. You try to grab the pages as they come loose, but your fingers aren't quick enough. They're gone.
No, my book.
Dozens of pages scatter across the ground. The last fifth or so of the book seems to have been lost. It's possible that you could gather and reassemble the pages, but it would take way too long.
Stupid old horse glue.
Ah, yes. The problem with mass-market paperbacks. They are not made to last. Perhaps this is a sign that you should get back to solving your own.
In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
Aw, man. Okay. Start reading.
Why? There's truly no point. You'll never know who did it, because those pages have literally been scattered to the wind.
I just want to relive the experience.
If you insist. But again, it's really pointless. The story opens with Spillane, an extremely unprofessional and hurtful stereotype. 2 days desperate to clear his name. The lieutenant, they're not of course, and secret, your secret, Deneuve, not only outwardly, he would certainly have the motive. Yes, comfort and pleasure. Well, the man's, that's just Dick Mullen's modus operandi. He might bend the rules, but he closes cases like no one else can.
I'm not sure I'm happy
As
with
the
this,
two
but maybe
lovers
the story
share a
will turn it around.
post-coital cigarette. I love you. Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words.
Fuck.
When Mullen comes to,
Double
Mullen
fuck.
treasured fleeing a crime. Dick Mullen, the heat is, and you'll never know what happens because the rest of the book is gone.
I can surmise, can't I? If Mullen goes to jail, there wouldn't be like 50 more of these books.
What makes you think this isn't the final Dick Mullen case?
Isn't there already a book called Dick Mullen in the Final Case or something?
How do you know this isn't the final case?
Okay, whatever, this is getting ridiculous.
In your hand, you hold 4/5 of
I want to spend time picking up those damn pages. Let me out. Let's see. Now, there was something... Okay, let's see. The smoker on the balcony. Okay. 2100 hours. You know what that means. Back to the book. That's not what the cover was described as.
In your hand, the cover, the tag, needless to say.
Are you really reading that, detective? Good.
The point, the cover, the tag, needless to
Are you? Good luck.
The point is, of course, and not just see your. He would outwardly, he would he would certainly have the motive. That as I love when Mullen fleeing pick up the heat and what makes how in your the cover the tag needless.
Good luck.
The cover the tag needless to say.
Are you really reading that, detective? Good luck.
The point, if you, of course, and not just any day, not only outwardly, he would outwardly, he would he would certainly have the motive and the means.
Aha!
But the captain walked one evening. Yes, well, that as the two, I love you, whatever it is.
I don't really like where this is going. Close the book.
In your hand, you hold four.
To the balcony! Oh, thank God, finally. I was like, how am I gonna spend all day, like, talking to people? I'm so glad we found the book. And it was a chance thing, too. There was a chance we could have fucked up and then not gotten the book. So thank God. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. A maroon glow of the light of pollution rises from the east. That sucks. Hello, sir. I've come to see you.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight.
We got your hint. Found the key right under the stone.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling. As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
That's what I'm aiming for, yes.
Beautiful.
He says again. A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Very well. Let's... By the way, I'm really digging the view here.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
Wait. Suddenly you are digging things?
It's Friday. Is it Friday tonight? It feels like Friday.
It does feel like the end of the week. It's so magical. The white falling against the black.
Stupid questions. Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me. You do.
Very well, I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up one by one.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
But I've just found you again!
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
Only if you promise that we'll talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, alright?
New skill point, baby.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
He's always leaving. Why is he always leaving, Kim?
Who knows, detective? It's a mystery.
There's something different about him that I just can't put my finger on.
Different, of course.
His shirt. Why is his shirt always unbuttoned?
His shirt.
Lieutenant squints his eyes, trying to hold back laughter. His shirt.
His shirt.
He's trying to dive deep into the mysteries of his shirt.
His shirt? No, I don't know why his shirt is always unbuttoned.
His mouth tightens as though trying to hold something back.
Come on, detective. Let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
He nods at the apartment door before you. Oh boy, we get to explore. What's in here? A hat? I'll take that. A quarterly business magazine. Dishes soaked up in a pot. An empty ashtray. Flyers for underground parties. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers. A photo of the same apartment, dated the year 01. We got clothes that we stole. Finally, a hat. My suggestion's already -1. What do you guys think? Oh, he's styling. He looks so bad. We gotta style savvy this man. Oh my god, what is this? Hello.
You have acquired the role. Keep it, officer. It looks good on you.
Thank you.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason you feel this man's your superior. Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
My name is Charles Vildroy, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stability on assignment from Sur-Lanty. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
Before we get to that, tell me where you got this beautiful silk robe from.
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air sweeps in from the balcony.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
You actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Start from the beginning if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Interesting.
Who were they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez.
He pauses, looking for the right wording.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanity.
How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
Were any of them huge, like 200 kilograms huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
Did any of them look like drummers?
Drummers? Why, no. But then, I don't know what a drummer is supposed to look like.
Like Saya from Bandori.
I think we can drop the drummer angle. That was my bad.
It was my bad. What happened next?
I went back inside.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill them.
Were they men? Women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
What ethnicity were they?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Aeropagats among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mescas.
What happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was it. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
no, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Those were all my questions. Thanks for your time.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCA.
What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price tag. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moralité.
What is this international community?
La communauté internationale is what Rivacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Rivachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
What is the price stabilité?
It is the most important.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity. which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Precisely. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to cook.
God, I wish there was deflation.
That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2% of what?
But not too far below. No. 2 below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Okay, sure. Give me a leaflet.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the morality. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me.
No!
That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency.
I've heard about the moral intern before, but I need to know. I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
No leaflets? Boo, this man. Kim, shoot this man at once! So what I'm hearing is that we're moral intern bitches.
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
Are you a moralist?
But of course.
Am I a moralist?
Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
But what is a normal, stable world?
The Occident is part of the normal. Oranje, sur la clé.
Oops. Martinez doesn't seem to be very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
Democracy is meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital.
Kim believes in only
course,
one
the
thing, and
detective's
that's
personal
smoking
view
grass
cannot
and
be
going
presented to
fast.
the RCA.
You might think that's two things, but only if you aren't cool like Kim.
Kim smokes weed, confirmed.
Ah, my friend. But the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work.
We just haven't tried real communism yet.
Ah, yes, the unattainable ideal. Never settle for less. Good luck with that, my friend.
It's not like you're going to gather
Communism,
forces
ho!
with all that drinking. And he knows it.
Now, enough of this delightful political interview. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Tell me about Sur la Cliff.
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPI. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Darling, that can't be an official designation.
What makes Revachol Sur la Cliff starling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Détra area.
Tell me about Oranje.
Oranje is an exemplary
Oranje.
nation who, as a core member of EPIS, contributes 28% of our annual budget. Next to Sur-la-Clé, Oranje is probably the most prominent member of the international community.
But which one of them was more EPIS?
As founding members, they are both very EPIS. Oranje carries a lot of political weight, while Sur-la-Clé takes care of the business side of things. Sur-la-Clé hosts the headquarters of a major EPIS institution.
Okay, but what outside of EPIS is Orange, whatever.
Orange's economy
Oranje.
is one of the most advanced in the world. It has successfully transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and generally acts as an engine for sustainable change in the international community.
But that didn't tell you anything about Oranje.
Can't you just talk like a normal person
About what?
about Orange? Just tell me what it's like there.
Oh, it's very urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time, the people are polite and efficient. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
Enough business, let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kenya, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see. It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
Okay, but like, what does it stand for?
Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
No, what did the letters stand for?
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level.
You don't even hear the words I'm saying, do you?
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Is it going to be like this place here?
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent.
Is Revachol going to be a part of EPIS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Except that candidate members never become full members, do they?
Didn't you say that candidate members never become real members?
No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
How did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Elysium Peninsula. Oil platforms ablaze in the night. Civil wars lasting for years. Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
Au contraire, it's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they need. It's how I came here, and my friend too.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Fine, but what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So you can tell me about him, all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts?
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
As though you weren't envious enough of the boy as is.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. She likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
What view? It's dark outside.
Listen,
What? I'm not hearing anything.
the Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
I was asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy man.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
I had something else in mind.
I'm all ears, officer.
Thanks, I've got all I need.
A moment, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once a week.
Hold on, why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militia. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
Thanks for the heads up, but my work here is done.
Of course. I'm glad I could help.
He's not leaving. Voices from within, singing along to some buoyant dance track. Is that a bottle? Can I have that? God, let me over there. Okay, well that's that. Finally. And I think now we can end the day with Kim. But I'm sleeping outside. I ain't giving them my money. Hopefully I don't get robbed. I better save before I go to bed in case I get robbed.
Yes?
Exactly, Hobocop. I think it's time where Kim, we can review the case, right? Oh shit. I want to sing karaoke.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
Am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma. You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
But she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them.
It sounds like we're a smoker.
idea seems to make your neck expand. Suddenly, the garish tie feels very snug.
Like a cat rubbing itself against its owner's calves. A cat that wants you to smoke a lot. Or you could not do that. No one's making you.
I should not do that.
Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now. But find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man. A mystical red dragon.
Oh, I should not do that.
rising
Oops.
from his nostrils. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Kim, shall we review our day, or is it too early? Too early, my man. That's okay, Kim. I can read my little book. My little Dick Mullen book. Oh yeah, items.
In your hand, you hold 4/5. Why? If you insist. The story opens. Spillane needs an extremely but also extremely accurate. Give it time. 2 days later, desperate to clear his name.
What's the matter, detective?
The lieutenant shrugged. They're not shit. Of course, Mullen didn't do. And not just secrets. Your secret to nerve reveal. Not only outwardly, he would certainly have the motive and the outwardly he would certainly
Okay,
have
it's
the motive
midnight,
and
past
the
midnight
means.
now.
One evening, yes. Well, that as the two I love you. Whatever it is. In your hand, the cover.
Shit.
The tagline. Needless to say.
Are you really? Good luck.
The point. The cover.
No, damn it.
Are you really reading that, detective?
I'm just skimming it.
That's probably for the best. Those books aren't exactly famed for the tight plotting.
It's much more about the dark.
Okay, Kim. Let's go over the case.
Yes?
It's past midnight. Wait, is that some cash? Oh shit, we have to go back.
Yes? What do you want to know? Good.
Okay, well... maybe I have to, like, go to my door. Like, I didn't pay for it, so I can't... Cash. Cash. Yes. Okay. So I can't actually go in, so... Good night, Kim. Or not.
Yes?
I'm going to bed, Kim. I'm going to bed on the bench.
The worn and beaten.
We can sit on...
You can revisit the bench.
Kim! Get out of here! Maybe I have to pay. Man.
Can I help you?
About my bill for the night.
Got the 20 real?
Not yet.
Then why? Got the 20 real?
Not yet.
Then why are you wasting?
If Kim doesn't want to talk about the case and I don't care about staying in the thing,
Can
we'll
I
just
help you?
pass the time.
20. Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20.
We'll just pass the night by reading Dick Mullen. And have a drink. Sir, get up those stairs. I haven't completely sold out yet. I can still save scum. Okay, Kim, good night. You don't even want to talk about the case? He doesn't even want to talk about the case. That's it. We're reading Dick Mullen till 6 a.m. Let's go check that goddamn water lock. It's technically day 3 now. It still says it's day 2. Therefore...
In your hand, you hold. Why? If you the story of Spillane, an extreme, but also extreme. Give it to that desperate.
What?
The of and no, he would, he out, he would, out, he would certainly have the motive. And
why is time not passing anymore?
Walks with a typical the kid doesn't exactly have the one evening. Yes.
Why is time not passing anymore?
As the I love you, whatever it is, Mullen. In your
Kim, are you
hand,
gonna tell me that like you have to go to bed or?
Hobo cop.
Yeah.
Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar, the old L'Assommoir, to the pier or the sewers, to Le Royale, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Aramakan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
Yay. Kim, are you going to bed?
Yes.
You seem to be following me.
Excuse me. You have
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the
Okay, Kim, I'm gonna read Dick Mullen until ass o'clock.
In your hand, the cover, the tagline, needless to say,
Are you really reading that? That's probably.
it's much more what but give it this
What?
thing of and no, he would certainly.
Damn, we really did break time.
But the captain, well, that testimony won't be as the I love you, whatever it is. In your the cover features a past.
Are you Good luck.
The point is,
Okay, Kim, do you want to go bedtime? Bedtime for Kim? Damn. No, don't talk. Kim, go bed. Go bed, Kim. Oh my god.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots?
Not yet, but I was able to convince the database people to share private sector information. They promised to get back to me by tomorrow morning.
Alice, please connect me to the 3041st.
Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
Wait, before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be
10-4, sir, I'm not hearing your question. What? What is? He wants to verify. What of course? Tell him to stop. What do you need, sir?
Damn, I think we
Over.
might have like actually broken.
Understood, sir. Roger that, 10-10.
Damn, Dick Mullen 2 OP. Let me see, hold on. Time bug. Disco. Elysium. Time has stopped. I see. I see. The game is glitched. Time is not supposed to pass 2 o'clock. So I guess fine. We will give him our 20 hard-earned dollars. I hate it here. Oh, this sucks. Apparently other people had this bug too, so...
Can I help you? Got the 20. Good. You got the room for the night.
Goodbye. At least I got experience for it. This sucks. I hate it here. Yeah, I really did break time. Sucks to suck. Good night, Kim. I love you. You're my best friend. Ooh, a bottle.
The bed is still cold. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the...
Here we are again, my broken bud. Waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
Okay.
You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
It's all the system's fault. The system failed me.
Yes, your body is a system, and it's failing you because you're failing it.
I thought I was on an express to the silence.
Now you've gone off the rails, baby. Now you're stuck sitting here by the tracks, admiring the wreck around you. You just can't help it, looking at yourself. The sum total of your accomplishments. You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Just get me out of here then. Back to the other place.
Oh, baby boy, you're already in the other place. There's no nourishment for you tonight. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe if you know, like, took a lot of drugs before you go to sleep, that'd do the trick. Maybe if you weren't so hard on yourself.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Open your eyes. Aw. Poor Harry. Come on, man, get up. 7:30, let's go. Day 3. Kim! Wake up, Kim! Kim! Ah! I can't be without him. He's just like me for real. Before I go to sleep, my head is just full of just like, remember that time you fucked up? Like every time I go to bed, like I have to like spend an hour like in my head. Be it thinking about like things I did that day, thinking about like stuff I did in the past, you know, like I don't know. Something weird happened at work too. Kim! Wait, you have another like little rectangle. Hey, are you from the RCM too? Hey.
In an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
She knows me.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
Okay.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Hold on, you're a patrol officer of the RCM?
Yes, I am.
I'm a cop too!
I know.
Here's the real deal.
Kim, don't embarrass me.
It's hard to tell.
Kim, stop
You're sincere, but if you had to guess, you would say the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Have I wronged you? I've done that to a lot of people.
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay.
She shakes her head and breathes out.
Something changes in her. It's pity. Pity comes over her.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
So you're the police, right? Cool, so am I!
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
Wait, is he police?
Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
What are you, the police, doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
You?
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
A policewoman.
Yes. policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
Are they babysitting me? Okay, goodbye. Okay. To the water lock. At last. At last. Hey, did you guys fix it?
A rusting control panel.
Pull the lever, Kronk!
You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the water lock starts moving.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Focus on one thing. Achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
We have lots to do, Kim. Money. Yes. The radio hums with electricity. Relay. Oh, there's a box over there. Traffic beyond the gate. More abandoned motor lorries. The sign says no entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star on it. Okay. We finally accessed the water lock. I'm tired, so we are going to end here. Let's see who we should raid. Let's see here. Let's raid Bliss again. She's playing scary games. It's the season. Okay. Tomorrow at 10 AM Central Time, we're gonna play Splatoon. We're on Team Ghost. We're gonna win because we're purple. But yeah. Alright. Thanks for joining me. You guys have a great rest of your night. Ta-ta! Yeah, Team Ghost.